All right. Well, hello everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. We're going to be doing a Furina polls. Um, I there's a little kind of funny story with this. Okay, so I was trying to update my computer that I usually stream from, and um, I got the CPU in, I got the motherboard in, all great. Try to put together. Oh, you need thermal paste because the CPU is getting way too hot, and I didn't want to damage it. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do? So I have my laptop, so we're going to be doing it on here. Unfortunately, the laptop doesn't have access to my VTuber model and stuff, so we have to be without that. But I still wanted to do it, or I still wanted to record and stream with you guys. Um, uh, Still wanted to stream with you guys and everything because it's Furina pulls, right? When else are you going to be pulling for the Hydro Archon? So we're gonna do this. One of the nice things, we're gonna see how the polls go, and if the game works okay with the stream, I'll keep streaming, and if not, I'll just, I'll have to end the stream, but at least we'll get to see the Furina polls. So let's take a look. Gonna go to the wish screen here. All right, so there we go. So there is Furina, and we also got Baizu. Baizu, yay! And then of course the path here, and then of course standard. So with the way this is I have I think 12 pity, and I also have a guaranteed because I was rolling on Risley's banner and I ended up getting Tignari. And then I stopped because I was like, okay, well, I hadn't originally been going for Risley anyway, and I was like, this is great because now I have guaranteed Furina, and so hopefully she'll be coming sooner rather than later, um, and so on. So we're going to, I think, wish probably maybe 80 wishes. I think. Well, not, I don't know. It depends on, because I want to get Charlotte, but and Furina. So hopefully Charlotte will show up, and then Furina will show up. Um, but we're gonna take a roll and see what happens. Like I said, I am guaranteed, so she will be showing up within should be 80 pulls because I have a 10, 12 pity. On top of that too, they whatchamacallit? Uh on top of that too, I kind of want to save up my fates because I mean, Navia's coming next, and then there's like other characters that are coming that I want, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, So, yeah, it's one of those roll what you have to, and then consolidate your things. I might do a 10 pull on the weapon banner just because I don't have Baizu's weapon, and it would be cool if I actually got it. But I'm not gonna go crazy on the weapon banner because I like getting characters more. I'm usually okay with 4-star weapons. But let's see. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna do a wish and see what happens. Alright, so this will be 22, I think. With 22 pity. Right, I think. Emerald Orb. Nice! We got Charlotte. Let me. Oops. Picture taken. Nice. I don't have to worry about that. I was so worried that I was going to be like, oh yeah, you'll get to Furina, but you won't get Charlotte. I'm like, I pre-farmed for Charlotte too, so like, yes, I got Charlotte. I like her too. I like her. She's I generally like pink-haired characters, and the thing is, I used to be a newspaper reporter, so I completely understand where she's coming from. But nice. So we got Charlotte first. Awesome. Oh gosh, 2 Charlottes. So we gotta see 1 Charlotte. Nice, nice. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So that's a 22 pity, I believe. And now we're going to go for 32. Oh my gosh, here she comes. Ah! You guys can't see it, but I'm smiling really big. But this is awesome! Yay! Yay, Furina! I didn't expect her to show up in 20 bowls. Oh my gosh! But nice. That's good. Oh boy. Oh. And I got eye perception. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I think because it did, I think I can do a 10 roll on the weapon banner and not be worried. Actually, maybe I'll do a 10 roll on Baizu's banner too. Because, you know, Baizu main, I have him at C2, but nice. Alright, so let's do a 10 pull on Baizu's banner. Just to, to say that we did it and everything, and then I'll do a 10 pull on the weapon banner, and I think that should be okay. I don't think a 10 pull is eats into the savings too much. Okay. he was very nice to me on his first banner too, so. But I can say I did it at least. Oh, we got a Beto. I don't think Beto loved the banner. Right, so we got a Beto, and she turned herself into a free fate. Alright, nice. Alright, and I'm not going to do the Etymolized Path because I'd be happy with either of these. I know I saw people complaining, they're like, oh no, horrible weapon banner, I'm gonna have to fight so much to get Furina's weapon because I don't have Baizu, and I'm like, well then get Baizu. I'm complaining. But welcome, the person who came in. We were just rolling on for Furina. I got her in 20 bait. 20 bowls. So that was pretty impressive. So let's just do a 10 roll in here and see what we get. Okay, it's pink. I think I have all the weapons on that too, so. Oh my gosh! I pull on the weapon banner. What's the 4-star I get? Kirara! Well, that's okay. I'm actually putting Kirara in my, as I put it, travel team. It's because she can climb walls really easily. Or I should say, quickly. So that works. Really got characters everywhere. And I got the bell. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good though. Let's see. Print. Alright! So there you go. Alright, so let's take a look here. Alright, so first off, got gotta move over here.
Mm.
Alright, let's do Kirara's constellation first. I actually only had one of her, so that's actually real good. Let's see. Oh, 4 extra. She makes another one of those little kitty head things, which are really cute, I will say. So she got another one of those, and there we here we go. Here we have Furina. That is just so cute. Yeah, it looks like her default version is the one without her hair and with the darker clothing. But I know they say if you hold her attack, she'll switch to the other form. Which we're gonna have to go through the story, figure all that out, stuff like that. But at least I like her because she has a sweet tooth, just like me. So, alrighty. So for weapons, I'm gonna put all this stuff on her. Let's see. For weapons, I have. Gotta change Alhaitham's. Give her this one because this one's apparently pretty good on her. To be honest, I kind of wanted to put this one because it looks better on her, but they said that this one's better. So, and this one's completely fully leveled and in refinement rank 5. So, I used to have this on my Lumine, and then I got the this one, the Skyward Blade, and I was like, okay, so this one kind of got retired, and I was been looking for someone to put this on. If we ever get a like Conrian or Abyss character who's a sword user, I'll probably put this sword on them for lore purposes. But for right now, this is Furina's weapon. And then we're gonna put the artifacts on her, and I actually do have an artifact set for her. I have it on Barbara. Barbara was holding it for me. So let's go here, and we'll go equipped. And equipped. Yep. That way I didn't lose them somewhere. Oh, what was the one Barbara was holding? There it is. But nice. Yee. Alright, let's check out her profile too before I start leveling her up. Okay, so let's see. Birthday 1013. Corfontaine Hydro. Let's see. The absolute focus of the stage of judgment until the final applause sounds. Yeah, it's kind of funny that she has technically a vision on her outfit here. But it says question mark, question mark, question mark, Hydro. So it's like, Let's see, what's her story? Okay, so character details. So it is unlikely that travelers from other nations will understand why the god of this land is regarded as a superstar unless they set foot in the Opera Epiclese. Whether at performances or trials, she will always be in the seat reserved for her above the audience, laughing, scolding, falling to hysterics, to the point where, more often than not, she makes a stronger impression than the action on stage. People buy tickets to indulge in new sensory experiences, and in this regard, Furina is far more popular than the absolute justice that Nebulette represents. The forms respect can take are not limited to just lifting one's eyes up to being above, and the unique form of respect Vauntanians have for Furina is perhaps described better as affection and fondness. She is not perfect, and maybe not even very powerful, but while on stage, she is the personage of the people trust the most, for she never disappoints. Among Fontanian literature circles, there is a popular saying that Furina is a memory of spring never fading, present in the hearts of all, and who does not wish for eternal spring? Spring is transcendent, but she is ever there. Follow the stage lights, and you shall see her. So it's really kind of funny because she sort of, in this regard, she kind of gives me a little bit of Venti vibes, but like, if Venti was actually, let people know who he was. Because like in Mondstadt, they worship the Hydro Archon, to a point that it's like, oh, he's there, he's all around us, and stuff like that, because they don't know that he's Venti. Majority of them don't know. So with Farina, she kind of has that same sort of vibe, I guess. They know that the people of Mondstadt love their Archon, but they're not necessarily like, they know he's not there, quote unquote. Um, but there you go with that. But then Farina has this kind of like said she's actually there, but she was really nice to me. She showed up very early. Okay, so let's take a look at her voiceovers.
Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping? Ah, you must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all, Fontaine's most beloved star, Furina. I'm on a very tight schedule, so you're lucky to even get an appointment with me.
Yeah, I know people compared her to Fischl when she first showed up, because it was like her sort of long-windedness, and I don't think she's as long-winded as Fischl, because but she I wouldn't be surprised if they'd end up being voiced by the same people. They're like that similar.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
What's funny about this that line is that when I was trying to coax her, and I forgot to show you guys, but when I was trying to coax her to show up, I had Lumine, Nivulette, Venti, and A in my party. Because the only other Fontaine characters I had was Lynette and Fremine, and I don't think she would necessarily show up with criminals in the party, or at least people that she has labeled as criminals. So, but the whole point of it was that, you had the Traveler, because, the Traveler's pro tag powers. You had Nivulette, who's like one of her best friends and main support. Then you have Venti, who kind of has that same sort of model shape impishness to him. And then you have A, who is like the sweet tooth. So it's like, okay, so it's like, okay, Furina, come down, we'll have a tea party, and we did. I'm actually standing in front of the Cardinal Epicles doodad to help encourage her to show up, because they say that, like, oh, she kind of created that thing and yada yada. So, which we'll go into the story and figure out what they're talking about. But let's continue on with her voice lines.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Aww.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Which is kind of interesting, when you think about it, because, like, with Venti, they respect him, and with Zhongli, they respect him, and with A, they respect her, but she caused some problems, so that's why. Nahida, they have to kind of be brainwashed for them to basically be like, oh yeah, Nahida, we love her and respect her. But Focalors is like the first one where, like, she shows up and people cheer, I guess in a way you could put it, it's like, with the way that the people of the different regions treat their Archons, it's like Venti is more, they're very wistful when they think about him, because they, they're very wistful when they think about it, because it's like, oh, he's gone, but he's all around us, and we still, still look up to him, and so on. And then for Zhongli, it's like a very, respectful, they're proud in having him as their Archon, but they're also kind of like, we are being, honorable and respectful and stuff like that, and we're not going to cause a big, screaming cheer stink, and then of course he ends up dying, so that whole thing kind of gets, or he quote unquote dies, so that kind of messes everything up for that. But then with A, like, everybody respects her, but they also kind of fear her, because holy cow, you do not want to get her mad at you. And then, like I said, with Nahida, she had to go through this whole thing where she was basically people knew about her, but they didn't really know that much about her. They just kind of were like shoved it under the rug of, oh yeah, she's the Archon. How do you see her? I don't know. No one's ever seen her. One of those maneuvers. And then after the whole thing with Ruka Devada, they hold their memories basically get changed, and they believe that Nahida is the one who did all that. That basically Nahida's always been there. That there is no Ruka Devada, and that it's Nahida who has been there forever, and who uh, was tall and then got small and then so on. So it's that whole thing. So Furina's the first one that's kind of like people show up and scream her name excitedly.
Ugh, it's pouring out here. Oh, wait, the water levels aren't rising, are they?
Oh, she's so worried about that.
Wow, this would be the perfect location for shooting a film.
Yeah, I remember someone calling when I saw when she like first kind of came out or people knew about her. Someone drew a picture and they called it blueberry yogurt, and it's like she does kind of look like blueberry yogurt.
Ugh, the sun feels almost as hot as those studio lights I'm in front of all the time. Good thing there can only be one sun. Listen, there is a disturbing growling in the wind. That's the sound of a long-forgotten sea monster having a nightmare. Huh? Why is it having a nightmare? I don't know. Because fear has to manifest itself somehow? What a wild and desolate sight. Allow me to grant you the blessing of water.
Yeah, I'm excuse me. I'm kind of excited about what it's going to look like, or uh, what's going to happen in the story, because Furina has been in this sort of weird position where like people adore her, but she's either always been on the side of kind of annoyance with us, or we were kind of helping protect her um uh, from Arsenio after a request from Nivulette, and it's like Arsenio was like, "What backup plan do you have to save the people of Fontaine?" And Farina's just like, backup plan?" It's like, Farina, you're not making yourself look very good here. You don't even have a backup plan. What is happening? So, but we'll find that out today, or today, or as we progress through the story. So.
Good morning. Oh, must I really get up this early? Just let me sleep a little longer.
Oh.
Good afternoon. Where's my cake? What? I just had cake for breakfast? Oh, well, I think it's been long enough.
More cake. Yeah, that's definitely the Marie Antoinette imagery going on. Although I will say, historically, Marie Antoinette never actually said, let them eat cake. It was actually written by some other guy, and then after the French Revolution, they kind of stuck it to her. Um, I guess as maybe a way to make themselves feel better that they executed a queen, executed her, or whatever. But apparently, with her and the king, they weren't actually bad people. They made some decisions that ended up leading to a um uh what is that called? Not a plague. Lack of food. It's early in the morning. I can't think of what it is, but a food shortage. That's what it is. Food shortage. Because basically, what happened is that you had King Louis, and he had removed the um, uh-oh. Okay. wonder if this is too much for my computer. It's flashing. Okay, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I have to. Uh, I think the game might have just got stuck. Okay. Well, at least we were able to do the Furina pulse. So I'll get back to you guys later once I maybe tomorrow. I hopefully the thermal paste will come today, and then I'll be able to stream from my regular uh, computer and so on. But I'll see you guys later. I guess this was a little too much for the laptop. Okay, bye. Thanks for coming.